Hi folks, Sty here. I just came back from a hike. I'm out here camping, of course. I made a couple videos today. I did one on making shaga hearth boards and what else did I do? Oh, I did a giveaway update video. I'm just out here trying to enjoy the weather and the woods and the quiet. It's really nice out. It's a Thursday night. I've got today and tomorrow off, so I'm trying to take advantage of it. And I figured, well, that's all the videos I was going to do was those two. But I'm doing this one, and I'm calling it, Doesn't That Tick You Off? Guess what it's about? A great big old bumblebee. That makes me think of a Sty story. I'll have to do I'll do a Sty story after this, but I'm going to save that because I'll explain why towards the end of this video. But just so I can remember, right? I took a hike, and down at the end from where I camp here, there's just an old trail comes in here that I can get my truck through, and I back my truck in the edge of the woods here, and this is like an open area. This was a large logging project at one time, and I mean it was big. They logged almost a square mile in here. Well, I decided I hiked down to this meadow that's down at the end, and then I headed north and I started hiking up. And there's another stand of old pines like there is here around me. A lot of big old red pines around here. And there's a big stand of them up north of here, about, a mile. So I decided I'm going to hike up there that 1 mile and check that stand of pines out. Well, it was a great hike. Wonderful evening hike, before dinner. Go out and burn off some calories so I can throw a bunch more on right after right after the hike. So anyway, I hiked up there, and it was, like I said, it was a wonderful hike. A lot of deer sign. There are deer all over the place, which is rare. Just 2 years ago in this area, you were lucky if you saw a deer. And I'm seeing lots of deer sign, lots of droppings, lots of footprints, a lot of fawn prints. So there's a lot of fawns. I could tell that it's not the same, just one fawn running around up there. There's a few of them. Well, so I get up to the pines, and I'm kind of walking through them, and I thought, oh, doggone it. I just don't have the steam and stamina that I used to have. But by golly, before the summer's up, I'm going to come back. I'll be camping in this site quite a bit this summer. I've decided that as long as people leave me alone in here and I'm not disturbed by other people, I'll keep coming back here. Well, I'm going to sometime this summer get out here where I've got hopefully like 3 days. Because I'd like to take a day in and a day back, because it's about an 8-mile hike that I'd like to take that takes me up to 2 large beaver ponds, and then beyond that about another 2 miles it brings me out on Lake Superior, and about half of the hike is old logged out areas that have grown in an awful lot. But a lot of the old logging roads that are all closed up now, you can't even get to them except by foot. The brush is only knee high, so you can find those old logging trails and hike about about half of the trip on those old logging trails. And I'm thinking, boy, that's great. I'm all excited. I want to do that. So I'm hiking back thinking about that. I got to get up there, and I'll take the camera and video the trip. And I got to the meadow, and there's a doe with 2 fawns. And the fawns are healthy. They're getting pretty big now. And the fawns were nice and healthy, jumping all over, and they didn't see me. They didn't hear me coming in. And about the time I reached in my pocket for my camera, though, that was just enough movement that the doe caught wind of me. She let out a couple of warning huffs at me and let out a whistle, and her fawns come running right to her, and boom, off in the woods they went. So I walked around the meadow and then down this stretch back to camp. Okay, here's where the doesn't that tick you off part comes in. I get to camp and I look on my arm, and there's a wood tick crawling up my arm. That bugger, I get him off of there. Then all of a sudden I feel something on my leg, and I pull my pant leg up, and there's one just above my sock climbing up my leg. Then all of a sudden I felt another one, and it was on the right leg, and I checked there. There's another one climbing up my leg. That told me I found 3 ticks in probably 30 seconds. That told me that that's not good. So old Cy stripped down to his skivvies out here. 11 wood ticks. None of them attached. And I checked myself very well. None of them attached. But I found 11 wood ticks in that 45-minute walk. I picked up 11 wood ticks. And I think the majority of them I picked up were right in that clearing over there. But folks, that's what I want to stress to everybody. It is tick season. Well, and the thing is they say, you got to think of ticks year round, and that's that I found that was especially true when I was living in the sty shack and I was handling firewood. You deal with them all spring, summer, and fall, and then you figure, well, winter's here, it's bitter cold, you're not going to get any ticks. But handling that firewood and hauling it into my shack and it coming up to temperature, doggone it, I was finding ticks on me, and I was finding ticks on the dog in January and February. So the ticks are there, but they're worst this time of year. And for us up here, boy, once May hits, so do the ticks. June, they start getting thick, super thick, and it really gets bad. You need to check yourself. You need to check yourself not just at the end of the day. You need to check yourself throughout the day. You do not want a deer tick biting you, getting a hold of you. Maybe I'll do a video identifying the different ticks, but you have the common wood tick up here, and we got the deer tick, and now they say that there's a specific tick that carries this mammal disease where you get bit by it, and it's like Lyme's disease, except what it does is it makes you allergic to all red meats. I met a gal that has it. She can't eat anything that's a mammal. She can eat chicken, she can eat fish, but she cannot eat anything. Pork, beef, lamb, none of it. She can't eat any mammals. That's strange. But it can't, she got it from a tick bite. So, yeah, doesn't that tick you off? Mother Nature, boy, she wants to bite you, and she'll figure out a way, one way or the other. So we got to stay on top of it, folks. Make sure to check yourself for ticks. Or better yet, have yourself a nice companion that can help you check out for ticks. You know, that never hurts either. Um, I did know a fella and his girlfriend that he used that excuse all the time. Oh, I think I have ticks. Yeah, he always had ticks. So just I just wanted to say that the ticks are out in force. Be careful out there, folks. I don't want to find out any of my good YouTube friends out there are getting Lyme's disease. And just to round it off, I got a message, a comment from a dear YouTube friend of mine, and friend of most of you. If you haven't checked them out, I did a shout out for them, but I'll always mention them when the time is right. And that's MT Woods Runner. I call him Woods. And he messaged me because he went on I think it was 6-day hike in Wyoming, and his friend, companion on the hike, got a tick bite and contracted Colorado tick fever. I guess he's doing better, but he was in pretty rough shape for a while there. Ticks carry a lot of disease. You do not want to have to become one of the victims of some tick-borne disease. So I want to say, Woods, you be careful out there with them ticks too. I've known a few people that have gotten tick fever out there, and it's not good. Here, I know many people with Lyme's disease. So, be careful out there, folks. It's not just the big bad bear that'll get you. It's that itty bitty tiny deer tick. So till later. Oh, the other video I want to do, I have to really think about that video. It's got to do with a sty saying, something that I say all the time, and people will ask me why I say that. I think I'll do that, and I'll do it as a sty story. And there's another sty story I want to do too. I might do that while I'm out here, and that's that sty story is about a bumblebee. So because that bee, when I started the video, came buzzing in. So okay, till later, folks. This is Sty saying you all have a nice evening, because the sun's starting to set. Bye bye.